But for now, I will just continue. World of infinite layers. Without a beginning, there is no end. Infinite dream. I see it in a dream, and I do not. Okay. We're going the confusion area once again. I mean, as always. It's like two people speaking. My eyes are always closed. This is a mere dream with no observer. And without observer, you don't know how it really looks. Trembling in the sea of probability, an unstable world hangs in the balance. The world is endless. There is nothing. All things happen. Nothing at all happens. Yeah, so one word is observed and one word is not observed. It seems. Like nothing happens is probably not observed one, and all things happen is observed one, because when third person is observing something, that basically gives you affirmation that what you see is real and it's observable by other people. If no one can observe what you see, then you cannot be sure if this is real. No one can confirm this, really. Because nobody was there to see it. Nobody was there to know about it. See? Oh, we got... That was actually his dual perspective and scene. Okay. Aw, Mother just said Papa and Mama. That's cute. I'm always dreaming. Wow, that was fast. That was fast caster.
試作品と聞いているが、量子コンピューターってのは大したもんだな。
To arms, okay.
そうね。爆発的にユーザーが増えてるってのに、ラグが発生することも。
This is right after they got Marduk. I mean the Marduk the first.
そうですね。背景をかなり作り込んでも安定してますし。
エクサーク様々ってところか。でかすぎる仮にならなきゃいいがな。
And Nabu the Chad never told anyone that he protected Marduk from being destroyed.
下手なところで口にしないでよ。
特にイシュタルさんの前では。
わかってる。あいつの頼みでもあるしね。
おはよう、マルドゥーク。
Good morning, Mama. Okay, now we're switching to the nowadays Marduk. Because they talk about the Marduk the first, right? The prototype. Yeah. And now we switch to the Marduk that Muski created with Izumo, Enlil.
膨大な情報という、いわば海流ティアマトを打ち倒し、バビロンに
Okay, I'm confused now.
作り出した量子コンピューター、マルドゥーク。
But Anu already left at the time when they created Marduk, so why she's here? I'm confused in the timeline again. Was she around when, like, actually Mutsuki and Enlil created Marduk? Was she around, actually? I think, like, she left. Before that. That would suggest that she not. You can help me out in the comments with this. Like, timeline is sometimes, like, what the fuck?
神々の王とは エクサークも粋な名前をつけてくれたわね。
Yeah, they're talking about the Marduk the First, Exarch. Name it after the gods. So why does Marduk calls Muski Mama then? If this is Marduk the First, not the second. That's weird. Why?
でも本当は私もっと可愛い名前が良かったな。月うさとか。
Of course.
ちょっとイメージ違わない？
そうですか？
何もかも桁外れだ。こいつの管理者ってのは技術や身寄りに尽きるな。
Why the first Marduk call Mutsuki Mama? Even though she's not the one that created it.
ユーザーはまだまだ増えてるからどんどん拡張しないと追いつかないわよ。
分かってるさ。で、エアは何してるんだ？
風や空気や匂いをもっと自然に再現できるようにデータを作っているのですけれど。
そっちもガンガン仕事を増やしてくれるな。まったく休んでる暇もありゃしない。
まあまあ、私も基礎の再構成やってあげるからそんなにすねないでよね。
Okay. Anu right now with this sentence gave me the vibe of Ishtar. Kind of behave like that.
アヌのそういうところだけは未だに理解できません。
あんたらね、あかりなら分かってくれるのに。
Okay.
では、
So it is after Ishtar left.
ちょっとたくん
They're counting on you,
っ
okay.
て言われても自信ないの。
Train, I see. Okay, you are on a mission of training, I see, okay.
ダメよイシタル、そんな弱気じゃん。お姉様が私にしてくれたことを思い出して一生懸命頑張るのよ。
Maybe that's the original goal why she gathered all the IC in one place as a criminal.
さて行くわよ。
Oh, never mind. They meant like train them in the Babylon, like they logged in and she's like GM that like basically giving them the training arc.
とりあえず自己紹介からね。私はアヌンナキのイシタル。
ってバビロンの管理者の？
ええ。
天上の神々がどうしてここに？
今私たちの仕事バビロンの管理を手伝ってくれる人を探してるのよ。
Okay.
光栄ですがどうして俺なんかに？
Is this Hinata's father?
あなた愛してるし
Perhaps?
見込みありそうだから。
そんな。
大丈夫。私が手取り足取りちゃんと教えてあげるか
I
ら。
haven't heard his voice in like ages, but maybe? On the other hand, Nergal kept his eye on general users and compiled their social status in the real world and work ability into database. He was looking for usable human resources.
チップメーカーの開発部長か。若いのに大したもんだ。ほほ、こっちはなんだいこりゃサイバーフォースがよ。要注意人物と。
Okay.
だが警官にもコネを作っておけばいざってと。
Accepted. Exarch.
私をここまで手こずらせるとはな。サイバーウェアの拒絶反応抑制剤。なぜ極秘扱いに？
Yeah, with a lot of side effects.
なるほど。所詮は金の亡者。綺麗な上辺をしていても腹の中はコールタールより黒い。
Okay, so Enlil hacked into Exarch basically and found out about this. Oh, what was that flash? God damn it, I didn't pay attention to the background for a second and something flashed.
アヌンナキとで信用はできない。だが真になら。いや、真は他のメンバーを信頼しすぎ
Yeah,
て
she seems to trust everyone.
純粋すぎる。そこは彼女の長所でもあるのだが、いずれ話せる時が来れば。
Did you ever told her actually about this?
神々に戦いを挑んだ円錐のティアマトと淡水のアプスには汽水のキングーという息子がいたわね。私たちの間にキングーはいるのかしら。
Okay. Right, we talked about the Kingu, right? Before. I forgot about this. Like, someone... I don't remember. That was in the wiki, I think, right? Or they just talked in the... on the boxes, like this. There was, like... someone had a brother, Kingu, or something. And it was, like, related to Hinata and he or something. Like... Huh. I don't remember exactly what it was now, but there was something about this guy. Mother of out in the fresh water, challenged by the gods and son. Yeah, Tiamat. Okay. Tiamat and Kingu. Who was the Tiamat? Wait. Keywords. Do I know? Is there like... I bet it would be on Anuaki. Babylon hackers? No. Babylon maybe? Shadows. Something within shadows? Handles? No. No. I don't remember. You can remind me in the comments what was the context for this. Who was that Tiamat again? Tiamat had a son named Kingu. We talked about this. Never get in any conclusion really, I think, but that was actually mentioned. It's been a while though. So you can remind me, what was the context for this before? If you remember.
多国籍企業エクサーク社が人気ネットワーク RPG バビロンの経営に参入することが発表されました。驚異のオンラインゲームバビロン。
Sure. This is before they just announced their them being affiliated with the Babylon. Oh, they have a little logo in between towers.
エクサークの参入でさらにコンテンツ充実。
いや、ほんとすげえって感じ。
ネットゲームってバカにしてたんだけど、これは本当そこにいるみたいで。
新宿だけど新宿じゃないっていうか、リアルを超えた超リアルみたいな。
Yeah, all people they interview are icy.
現実よりもこっちの方が肌に合ってる感じで、懐かしいって言うと変ですけど、初めて来たんだけど、エキサイティングなギミックでいっ
バビロン最高あげ
スリルあふれる冒険。
Okay. Sudden shift with music. Oh.
大丈夫か。
Why music is changing so fast? What is happening? Oh, this is Yumi and he, right?
そしてロマンスも。
What?
もちろん平和に暮らすこともできます。
Wait, did they use that scene for the announcement like way back then? Exar had access to the memories of the future Yumi and he from the terabyte crystal? Or XR byte or something like that? Why there's the scene was in the announcement? What?
日常の中に非日常。
This is so... What?
リアルには存在しないもう一つのリアル。 ネットワーク RPG バビロン。
So Exarch was aware of the time travel at this point?
背筋主義者のゲス。確かにバビロンは以前よりもはるかに繁栄している。かのバベルの塔のように天にも届かんばかりだ。
Or we're just time skipping like randomly.
だがジッグラトに掲げられた美意識のかけらもない広告といい。
But that was like, yeah, and it just turned off the TV, so that was actually commercial. So why we had here, you what?
バビロンが失われるのに耐えきれずでエクサーク参入に賛成したが、まさかここまで下劣な輩だったとはな。あの時の私が今目の前にいたらこうしてくれたもの。かくなる上。
Yeah. And that's when Enil became a terrorist. Okay. How Exar had access to the future parts? They were ahead of everything. Interesting. So they somehow managed to gather the scattered data from before and access the memories? Huh. And when Babylon was on the brink of destruction...
エクサークだと本当か。
Breakthrough?
ええ、正式に申し出があったわ。バビロンのスポンサーになりたいって。
本当にあのエクサークなのか。同じ名前の全く違う
Yeah,
会社って
and
こと
back then you accepted them, right?
私も
Because you didn't know their secrets.
正真正銘多国籍コングロマリットのエクサーク社です。
そういううんちくはいいから。
そうですか。
そういうことなら間違いはないな。
あのね、私だってこんな時につまらない冗談。
それはどうかしら。
Wow.
つかさとメイガがいじめるよ。
She really behaves from time to time like Ishtar.
ということはバビロンは助かったのよ。そうですよね。
Aw,
ちょっと。
happy Mutsuki.
無視し
The
ない
rare
で
side.
よ。
アーヌ、それぐらいにしておけ。今はそれよりも大事なことがあるだろう。
何よ、大事。
あのエクサークがただで援助をするわけがあるまい。条件は何なのだ。
確かにそれは重要だな。
エクサークへの充足、つまり実質的にプロバイダもエクサークが買収。経営方針はエクサークが決定。
Okay. Yeah, so they will have all the power.
それって私たちはいえ、維持管理はこれまで通り私たちアヌンナ家に任せるとのことです。
要するにエクサークの子飼いになれってことか。
みんなが反対するなら今まで通りでな。
どうしたネルガル、嫌なのか。
いやただ俺はあの会社が好きになれねえってだけだ。
Okay.
強いて反対しようとは思
Just a
う。
hunch.
バビロンが失われる
Nergal having good senses.
その程度の屈辱は甘んじるべきだろうな。
私もバビロンが残るんだったら。
そうよね。それに管理は私たちがするんだから今
だといいのですが。
ナブー、あなたは。
反対はしない。エクサークが資本投入してくれればもっといいスペックのサーバーを使えるからな。あとは連中が裏で何を考えてるかだが。
Okay.
お姉様は。
Okay, yeah, about Eresh. Why you came into conclusion that he's talking about your sister? What?
エレシキガルならさっき不機嫌そうに出て行かれましたが。
Yeah.
お姉様。
Oh, this is the time when she actually left. Like, this is the first time they hear about this. Okay. I see.
エレシキガルは反対らしいが他は皆
Okay.
賛成のようだな。
So maybe Eresh knew, actually, the secrets beforehand.
そうね。
Why wouldn't she say anything though?
じゃあこの申し出受けることにしましょう。
Maybe she was like a Doctor Strange. Maybe she knew like the only option to save them is to actually let these events to happen. And that's why she never mentioned this. One chance out of million possibilities. And thus a new world system was constructed by Exarch. Decorative illuminators were set up all over the Babylon, deifying Exarch as Babylon's new chief god and supreme ruler. The Tokyo government office building at the core of the city was reconstructed as the Ziggurat, which became the management HQ for Exarch, Babylon Division, and Anunnaki. Oh, so Ziggurat was not the thing from the beginning. Okay.
この程度でエクサークが満足する
It just happened later.
とするなら
Yeah, Nabu been suspicious about them all this time.
行ってしまうのですか？
Oh, they're still in contact here. Okay.
私は彼らと慣れ合うことはない。だからもう
Okay.
ここにはいられません。
Why you've never been on friendly terms with them? So seems like you worked with them before, or for them, or like do some job around. Interesting.
なぜです？
Somehow you were affiliated with them before.
彼らには箱舟に乗る資格もないのですから。
They're not qualified to board the Ark. Okay.
お姉様。
でもね、可愛い妹のことはずっと見ていて。
お姉様。お姉様は一体何を知っているの？何を探しているの？
Yeah, what are you searching for? I don't remember, like... We had Eresh talking to Ishtar
通達が来たってどういう
in the cyberspace before. But what was her goal exactly? She was she was looking for he, right? Yeah, she was looking for he. Yeah, okay, never mind.
あかり。それは、ね、
Notification. So this is even before. So I guess like notifications about like Babylon being in terrible state. They will try to figure it out how to save it now.
どうもこうもない。プロバイだからバビロンのサービスの停止要請が来たという。
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
もうバビロンを存続させることはできねえとさ。
ユーザが増えすぎたのね。
そういうことだ。プロバイダの負担が大きくなりすぎ。
どうしてみんなそんなに落ち着いていられるの？私たちのバビロンがなくなるかもしれない。
I never heard about anyone like suspending the game or suspending like any kind of company because they had too many users. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these providers? Yeah, maybe they cannot handle that many, but yeah, we need to find a new one then. Or they have to like improve. But yeah, like some servers have like very little capacity, so yeah, maybe they just suck. I guess.
お嬢ちゃん、ここで怒鳴ったって何も変わりゃしないぜ。
I mean, that kinda makes sense. They want to close it up because they cannot handle it. But it's not usually what's happening. Like, usually you just want to the thriving program, the thriving service to live on, so you do not just close it. Like at my job, like we had a provider that we have a provider that we made a some application with, and our database was like they never said to us that we they have like some kind of like weird limits of how much data they can possess from us, right? Like how much they can process. And it turned out when we like gave them the project that we were like working on and stuff, they were suddenly, nope, you have to trim this down. Turns out like we like could make like 10 times the data that they could like actually take on. How the fuck are we supposed to like cut that down? I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, and like when we're like asking them, hey, like what are the limits? Like, you know, like what we can and cannot do, and they just said, yeah, nah, don't worry about that. That's just ridiculous.
So の通り、これが現実というものだ。
我々 IC にとっての現実はむしろバビロンのはずではないのか。
Pretty much.
リアルもまたもう一つの現実。
Yeah.
そのリアルが今牙を向いてバーチャルの神々を殺し、まるで嵐の鳥アンズーね。
Okay.
バビロニア神話で神々を移送しようとした。
Erkika closes her blind eyes and notes. Oh, so she is blind. Oh my god. In one of the old episodes, around episode 40, I think, there was a comment that predicted that Eresh was blind. Did I just forgot about this? Was that like somewhere in the wiki? And I just forgot about this? Or that's just actually just prediction from the guy in the comments? Wait. Do we have something about Eresh here? Enigma. I don't know.
何か対策はないのか。
So she was blind, anyway.
ユーザー数の制限、規模の縮小、あとは細かいところ、目立たないところを軽くしていくくらいね。
制限も規模の縮小も今更の無理難題だな。細かく手を入れるにも人手が足らない。
みんな一番有効な方法を忘れてやしねえか。
なになに。
さらなる資金を投入してプロバイダー契約の規模を上げる。
お金か。
Yeah.
いかにも。
有効といえば有効だけど、一番どうしようもないところよね。
Yeah, like you don't have like any pay to win shop. You cannot buy levels. You don't have battle pass. Of course, you would suck. Nah, seriously, like games with like battle passes and stuff, they suck. Like all they needed is the shop with skins. Like the most successful like live services are basically the ones that provides like basically zero pay to win elements. Like you can't buy any kind of power, or if you can, then just a little bit, and you can do this for free as well. But like all the microtransactions should be just cosmetics. And if your game is good, if you are confident with your program, then people will buy the cosmetics and love it. And you will have shit tons of money. You don't need to like... If you just force like battle passes and stuff on people, just like... Most of community will just leave. Basically. And only some waves are going to left. And then they will leave anyway. Because you cannot sustain like any patches or anything.
となると残るは人手か。
I don't think I heard about any game that had just cosmetics microtransactions that just got closed off. I don't think I know any. You can let me know in the comments if you know any. But as far as I think, I don't heard about any MMO or live service game that actually closed off when it had just cosmetics as the pay option. Thinking about games that closed, but all of them had some kind of like different weird shit. I don't think so. Anyway.
あら、その子は？
友人のシンだ。
Okay, so this is the first time when the introduced Matsuki. Okay.
月の神なのね。
リアルでは青いムツキです。シンはハンドルで。
Yeah, we know. Could figure it out.
シンは同じ IC で、能力は私が保証する。正式にアヌンナキのメンバーに迎えたい。
そりゃいいや。仕事はいくらでもある。
人手は多い方がいいでしょう。
Okay.
その子が信頼できるなら。
私はなんだか後輩ができて嬉しいな。
ここがあなたにとっての楽園になることを願います。たとえ試練しか待ち受けていないにしても、私と司を巡り合わせてくれたバビロンがなくなっちゃうなんて悲しいです。
Okay.
だから私も頑張ります。
ありがとうムツキ。私たちアヌンナキはあなたを歓迎するわ。嫌な天気。バビロンもリアルも雨だなんて。
ねえ、あかり。
はい、お姉様。
あなたにこれを。
Okay.
でもそれ、お姉様が
She got it very early. For what reasons? There must be a reason, right?
よく聞いてね。
She just suddenly gave it to her.
昔私は
Oh.
一人の少年と出会いました。
Lord Rob.
喋ることができない少年です。
Aura was colorless and he was mute. Colorless aura meant I see, right? That's what I was confused about before as well. Like, they thought the IC had a like lack of color, but Ishtar was like seeing in colors everyone. But I guess Eresh had just a true vision of the aura, and what Ishtar had was the like what we had like in the previous episodes. That was in the wiki, like the cells like emitting heat and stuff, like that kind of vision. Because IC were supposed to be colorless, right? I think. I don't remember exactly, but okay, yeah. Anyway, she met a colorless boy who was mute. Okay.
次に出会ったのはネットの中。機械を通して彼の
Text to speech.
君はそこにいるの？僕はここにいるよって。
Did she met like the original he then? Because it seems like Hinata is not original he. Or maybe we're still talking about Hinata, but when he was like early. No, Hinata was talking when he was a kid. He was talking normally. So it's not the case. And also, yeah, he did not like... Yeah, never mind. So it's someone else. So we are talking about the original he here, I think. Text-to-speech program, huh?
その時になって初めて気づいたの。
Okay.
彼に恋をしてるって。
お姉様の初恋。
Sure.
そして永遠に愛を捧げた人。それからしばらくしてとある施設で私たちは再会を果たすことができた。2週間に一度。
Unite at a certain facility for 15 minutes. Once every 2 weeks. Jesus, you are more restricted than Cessna and Haruki in White Album.
Eh? まさか。
You figure something out?
でもそれだけでよかった。時間いっぱいただ手を触れ合うだけ。
15 minutes at certain facility.
何もいらなかったから。
Was he like... I don't know what. Is there like some kind of like experiments on humans happening somewhere? Are they talking about the facility that blew up? Basically, like exactly destroyed? Right? When the Yumi and Sami father died? Was that some kind of like human research facility? Or something? And he was like test subject? Huh?
そんなある日、彼はこのロザリオをくれた。
And that was his rosary,
ロザ
okay.
リオを通じて 声が聞こえた。
I heard his voice through this rosary, okay.
僕がここにいるよ。
Wait, so it was Hinata? I will go crazy, god damn it. Ah. So what? At a certain facility, 15 minutes. Okay.
でも私はその言葉を信じられなかった。みんなが私を置いていったように、彼もどこかに行ってしまうと思った。きっとそれがいけなかったのね。その日を最後に彼は私の前から姿を消した。そんな、私は彼をあの少年がいる場所を探し始めた。そここそが
My paradise, okay. What exactly are you talking about?
そのために私は彼と同じ技術を身につけるのは決して難しくはなかった。私と彼は同じ IC で、全ての方法はこのロザリオに記されている。
Okay, that's why it can connect to the net and stuff. Okay, I see.
でもいくら探しても彼は見つからなかった。そんな時バビロンを見つけたの。かつて彼がいた楽園と限りなく近い匂いがする場所。
Okay, so Babylon is similar to the paradise that he'd been in. So where exactly were they meeting? They were both IC, so was there like another virtual world or something? So yeah, so anyway, Hinata is actually the original he. Hinata was mute in the beginning, it seems. Unless they baiting me with the blue eye. So I'll just read.
お姉様に会って救われました。
私もあかりと一緒にいられて幸せだった。だってバビロンは遠からず崩壊する。そしたらこの第二の楽園も終わりを告げます。
そんなことない。お姉様と一緒なら私何だってできる。
分かってくれるわね、あかり。
Yeah.
私は彼をまた探しに行か
And
な
we
き
know
ゃ
that in future she found him. Gathered him after he got like... Gathered him, yeah. Yeah, she found him later. We know that.
その少年を
So... I'm so confused right now. So, was he a part of Hinata in the beginning? Then they got separated somehow, like memories got blocked, I don't know, and Hinata just lived as a normal boy in the high school and stuff, and then reconnected with his, like, IC part, basically, which is he. How the fuck does that work? Do I have, like, separation of soul here?
だったら直す。
Ah.
これは彼がくれたたった一つの形見なんでしょ。
もう私には必要なくなったから。そして彼の技術はきっとあなたの力になってくれる。だから受け取ってね。
はい。
この鍵が真の意味で解放された時、私はあの人と一つになる。
Oh.
いつかその日が来ると私は信じてる。
Once this key is truly unlocked, he and I will become one. That is interesting. When this key is truly unlocked. Didn't Yumi unlock this key though, right? like she connected this and like figured out about the lunar eclipse, right? Is that what she meant? Becoming one, so I guess like she means the data of he and her being merged together. So does that mean that he possessing some memories of Eresh as well? Okay. Induction. Yeah, back to this corridor. Akatsuki Akari wait for the elevator to arrive. A person wearing sunglasses darker than darkness itself approaches her. Okay, there's he.
暁あかり
Oh, never mind. Eresh. So this is the first time like when they met or something. This is before like Ishtar start calling her a sister.
さんでしたね。驚かせてしまったかしら。
いえ、いきなり呼ばれたから。
あかりって名前で呼ばれるの嫌い？
そうじゃなくて、エレシュキガルさんとかすごい人に気安く声かけてもらっていいのかなとか思ったりして。
Why?
何言ってるの？同じアヌンナギの仲間じゃない。
Okay, so this is not the first time they met. But still, like, the relationship seems to be weird in the beginning.
そうですよね。
Okay. I mean, I guess like Ishtar looked up to Eresh and she didn't want it to be disrespectful and stuff. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
来たわよ。エレベーター乗らないの？
乗ります。
Okay.
何？
いえ、なんでもないです。
そう。
おはようお二人さん。あかりは昨日頼んだ作業お願いね。エレシュキガルはみんなを見て問題あったらアドバイスをちょうだい。あ、はい。じゃあエレシュキガルさん。
ねえ、アヌ。
うん？
あかりってどんな服を着てるのかしら。
Alright, she cannot see, yeah.
黒いレザーのつなぎと黒いコートだけど、だいたいあの子はいつもそんな服装よ。
いえ、ちょっと気になっただけ。
Okay.
黒い服。世界を信じなかった頃の私。
Interesting.
あの子は昔の私に似てるのね。
Okay.
こんにちは、あかり。
はい。
今から時間あるかしら。じゃあちょっと付き合ってくださいな。あら、ダメ？い
え、そんなことは。
じゃあ決まりね。今日もいい天気ね。
そうですね。
それに気持ちのいい風。何？
どうして私なんかを誘ったんですか？
そうね。あかりには他のアヌンナギとは違う何かを感じたの。
私に？
あなたも辛い目にあったんでしょ？
どうしてそれを？
私も昔この目を呪ったことがあった。
Oh, okay. I see.
本当に一緒だったんですね。私は片目だけだけど。
Okay, never mind. So you do actually have this like aurora thing. That's why I was like confused a little bit because like she looked so in color. I just didn't remember like the context of the colorless aura that was like mentioned at some point. That should be like, wait, shouldn't it be like in the imaginary vision article or something? I think it was here, right? Imaginary vision, right? Obtained through artificial augmentation. Okay, it can be born as well. Aura, spectrum. Visible color. Okay, never mind. So this is not that. I remember something about colorless. Anyway.
でもね、
Not important, I guess.
え
Maybe.
この目がなければ見えないものもある。人の怒りや喜びや悲しみ。
Yeah, pretty much.
それは見えなくたって。
But you can see what others cannot.
何より IC の存在。この目があったから私はここに来てあなたたちと出会えた。
I think like
楽園に来ることができた。
so. This is basically Eresh who gave Ishtar the idea of the two-faced king or whatever that was called, right? The card that could see the both sides. So that's what that's Eresh gave her this idea because that's what she's like basically talking here right now. I can see things as well,
あなたの目は
and you can see both.
祝福。あなたは選ばれて生まれてきたの。
Yeah.
誰？私です。暁あかり。あかり？ちょっと待ってね。
Okay, meeting
お
in
邪魔します。
meeting in real space. Okay,
こんな時間に。
or maybe not. I mean, we're traveling to the past. That's why we have like this like gradient thing. But this is their meeting like in real space. This is not the Babylon. I mean, real as can be, right?
その
As real, I consider like anything that is outside of Babylon. Okay.
一人でいると怖いんです。みんなから捨てられたから。誰もいなくて
Oh.
追いかけても追いつかなくて。
Oh, damn. Damn, she's like in really bad emotional state.
そう。怖い夢を見たのね。私大丈夫。私がついているわ。お姉様。私はあなたに必要な人の代わりになってあげる。だからあかり、
Okay.
安心してお眠りなさい。
I'll be the proxy.
おお、あかりちゃんじゃねえか。
私もハンドル決めました。へえ、何にしたの？お姉様が霊界の女王エレシュキガルでしょ。だから私はその妹でイシュタルにしようって。
お姉様ってお前な。
文句でもある？
めっそうもない。
ではこれからはイシュタルと呼びますね。めんどくさいな。今まで通りあかりじゃ。できたらハンドルの方がいいな。ねえねえ、いいでしょ。あぬったらもういいです。名前でシクシクシク。
呼び方なんて記号に過ぎない。認識できさえすればそれで構わん。
もう味もそっけもないな。そんなこと娘さんが聞いたらグレちゃうわよ。
気をつけるとするか。
Also, yeah, Sakuya cannot be like just imagination of Hinata. Like everyone talks about her, like Nabu daughter. Like everyone knows about her. Like the theory about Sakuya being just like imagination of Hinata makes no sense to me. I still don't know how some people came to this conclusion. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be right. I don't know. I'm not feeling that.
なぜエレシキガルはイシュタルばかり目をかける？
Okay. This is because of those eyes.
私も。
Okay. Me too, what?
どうした？何をそんなに驚く？
だってその目。目？ヘンリル、あなた目をどうかしたの？
サイバー化しただけだ。
Oh, you obtained the imaginary vision because you could cybernize them. Okay, yeah.
どうして？
二人と同じものを見るために。二人と同じ立場になるために。
Interesting. So she gets through the procedure just because Eresh and Ishtar, huh?
なんてことなの？
Hmm. Sure, why not?
なんとか形になったわね。
Creator. So this is like them finally like creating Babylon for the first time, it seems.
そうだな。まだ改良の余地はいくらでもあるが。
バビロン、イマジナリチルドレンのための理想。
だが、うまく機能してくれるだろうか。
Well, for some time.
大丈夫。きっとみんな来てくれる。司やメグが私の呼びかけに応えてくれたようにね。
And thus, a traveler finally arrived in Babylon, the newly born network city.
彼？いえ、違
Mm.
う。
So Eresh was like the first one to find Babylon after it was created.
でも、なんだか懐かしい。
Nostalgic.
ようこそお客様。娯楽の殿堂バビロンへ。
アヌ、せっかく来てくれた人を返してしまうつもりです。
なんでそうなる？
私はエンリル。お恥ずかしいところをお見せした。二人のたわごとはどうか聞き流していただきたい。
ちょっとフレンドリーに呼びかけただけでしょ。
私までアヌと同列に扱われるのは甚だ不愉快です。
Wow.
だからそこまで言う？
アヌ、エア、エンリル、バビロニアの神々ですか？
So, at the time when Babylon was created, I don't think like no, she's not looking for Hinata. Like Hinata shouldn't even be born yet, I think. Right? When Ishtar joined, Ishtar is kind of similar age that Hinata is. I don't know. Also, we still have to remember that we have like two names that we don't know nothing about. Why we had the blue eye though, then? Like, we still have the Nami name and Isaac name, right? That were like mentioned before in the game. And I still don't know who they are. And if they are important. Probably. Also the king, right? The king. Also that's the third, I guess. Maybe she's looking for one of these three then? But why would... like, blue eye would be in the previous sentences and stuff. Anyway. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be like more specified. But she was like clearly looking for he. Like... the boy from the past is he, I would say. Because she like clearly... she was like in love with he, right? I think. Or at least... or something. When she like found like his data and like actually managed to get him back at some point. And he forgot about her as well. Like, that was familiar to him, but he didn't remember why. Like, that's all suggesting kinda like Hinata is not the original he, basically. But at the same time, he possessing Hinata. Anyway. We know that he existed before Hinata, so... obviously Hinata cannot be the original he. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
奇遇ですね。私のハンドルはエレシキガルです。
冥界の女王か。
不思議な縁です。
そうね。私たちは新しい世界を築くために最古の神話を持ち出した。そこに
皆現実から浮いた IC だからこそかもしれない。
そう。ここは IC のための場所なのね。ええ。もっともバビロンはまだ生まれたばかりで。
リアルで実存を感じられない私たちが自分を確かめるために作った箱には。
そう。懐かしいディルムンの空気がここにあったのはだからな。
Dilmun. Once again, what is the Dilmun?
ディルムン。
Thank you.
争いも病も
Okay.
平和な世界ね。
ディルム、確かそんな名のハッカーがちょっと前までいたよ。
Hacker, okay.
バビロンは IC にとってのディルムンになるべきかもしれない。
The traveler stayed in the Babylon, gave everyone advice, and became the driving force behind Babylon's construction reform. But Ereshkigal herself only watched her comrade's actions and tried not to meddle too much.
私には楽園が必要だった。翼を休め、傷を癒し、再び探索に乗り出す力を蓄えるための場所が。
She just need a camp option. Okay.
きっとそれがバビロンだった。いずれ私は仲間たちを置いてここから旅立つ。だからちょっとしたいたずらを残しておこう。
Small prank.
私がいた証として。
Oh, she made the first lamb. She made the first first fairy character. Okay, I see. Because one of the fairies were like Eresh, right? And the other one is Mutski.
さあ、
Yep, there it is. Skillful IC then arrived after Ereshkigal.
こんなサーバーでこれほどのものを
Nabu was next one, okay.
雑なプログラムだな。無駄が多い。
雑って。
わずかな違いだが、これで2割は効率が向上する。手間を惜しまずきちんと扱えば、コンピューターは見合った結果を出してくれるもん。
なるほどね。
パフォーマンスを上げるのもいいが、課金システムの構築はどうなってる？
もうできてくる。これで文句はあるまい？
課金だと営利事業をやるつもりはない。
そうは言っても金がなきゃ何もできん。
Pretty much, yeah.
運営費用は捻出できるシステムが必要だ。自腹を切ってもいいって言うんなら別だな。
I told you, they need battle passes. Then they failed and became the property of Exar. Pretty much.
資産運用で費用を出すという方法ではダメなの？
そんなのは博打に過ぎん。リスクを少なくすれば儲けも減る。ユーザーが増えてくれば管理運営にかかる手間や費用も大きくなる。
Yep, pretty much.
利益が出るくらいじゃねえと
Nergal
できやしね
did warn them back then. They didn't listen. You need money for the shit.
気になることがあるんですけれど。どこ？ここおかしいですよね。数値を極大に取るとこっちの規定範囲を超えて、あっちゃ後で加えた時に直してなかったんだ。
Okay.
その
Some kind of bug or something. Okay. Sure.
プログラム構造を感覚的につかむか。IC なら誰でもある。
あかりはそのあたり特別な才能があるわね。
Oh, they talked about
エレシキガルに似ている。
Ishtar that joined. Not Nabu, I think. Anyway, one of them. In short, the new... Okay, were Nabu who created... Okay, so that was actually Nabu. Okay. The new arrivals were Nabu who created... who cared for little except computers. Nergal who thought in terms for profit above all else. And Akatsuki Akari who had extremely sharp intuition. Okay, so the three of them.
暁あかり。あの子はもしかして。
Why are you so interested in her, like from the beginning? What did you see in her outside of the eye?
せっかくだからチーム名をつけようと思うのよ。
何でも構わんが、所属を明らかにする上では有効。
いよいよ戦隊を組むんですね。ピンクは誰ですか？やっぱり私かなって。
Okay, sure.
何か勘違いをしている娘がいるな。
She's about to create Power Rangers here. Or Super Sentai, depending on if you think about the original series or the knockoff.
バビロン開発ってのはどうだ？
Also, fun fact about like actually like Super Sentai and Power Rangers, because like you know, Power Rangers is basically like they bought like kind of rights, I guess, to the series as well, like from Japan, right? Because it was popular And basically what you see in Power Rangers series, it's like literally footage from Super Sentai, so from the original series when like they fight like with monsters and like they have like robots and stuff. This is literally just footage from the original series, and they just added some weird ass shit teenagers, American teenagers thing to make up for the story. And Power Rangers is more for the kids in a sense, and Super Sentai story was more towards the teenagers. It touched more like higher values, I would say, and it was more it was darker. And the Power Rangers was like just kind of knockoff of this. It still was popular though, but like half of it was basically just the footage from the original, and they just added, you know, stuff that was not in the suits, basically. Anyway.
不動産屋ですか？
あんまりストレートすぎるのも。
そうなのか。
どうせならハンドルと同じようにバビロニア神話から取りたいわね。
ならばアヌンナキでいいだろう。
アヌの仲間。いいですね。私も賛成します。もともとアヌが始めたことです。
うん。
Okay.
確かにそれらしくは。
じゃあアヌと愉快な仲間たちということで。
変な役をしない。
じゃあ古代戦隊バビロンじゃーってことで。
Of course, yes. I knew you were like the Rangers thing.
だからですね。
となると、アヌとエンリルとエアで三騎士といったところか。
Okay.
採用。
IC のコミュニティを作るのだ。その程度の。
Due to the founding of Anouki, Babylon began to rapidly make progress. They used a business services provider for the communication lines and created a private server to use as the host.
このサーバーならもう少し楽しめそうだ。限られたリソースをいかに有効に活用するかというのが面白いが、それでは限界がある。
ビジュアルやサウンドも充実できますね。
回線も以前のよりかなり早いです。嬉しい。
その分金もかかる。料金関係は一通り見直したが。
Like, this project started so peacefully.
今のユーザー数なら採算は取れるはずだ。
増減によるコストの変化がどうかと思ってな。
ネルガルは心配性ね。
Yeah, you kinda get broke.
あんたがのんきすぎるんだ。
The visuals and sounds were enhanced. The system became both meticulous and overarching. Okay, and the world grew bigger and bigger. In order to experience the net more realistically, most of Anouki received organic biocomputer surgery. Okay, so they did not have actually biocomputers at the beginning. They were just creating a game just normally and access it like just like logging in from the PC or probably having like some headset or something. Yeah, sure. But
ネットの世界がリアルなら、現実もまたリアル。
okay.
私はどちらにも所属していた。
Ea said that and was the only one to refuse the surgery. Oh, Ea never had that biocomputer. Interesting. Oh, that's new. Huh, and somehow her shadow is completely uploaded to the Babylon. Because she's dead. Emil killed her. Huh, maybe she did the surgery later. Hydronaut. Okay. In the deep recess of the net, a girl floats. There, bubbles rise like sediment. One such bubble touches the girl's finger. Okay. It seems there's something on the net that can summon he. Okay. What do you mean by something? Exarch's mainframes he cracked by he. Exarch mainframe was cracked by he before. That's serious here. South place. Okay, so this is like the forum communication basically. There's no way he exists. He was the one that caused that large-scale blackout in the USA in 2003. Hahaha. Now that's a new urban legend. Yesterday he passed a speeding car. Wonder why they call a super hacker like that he. Looks like NORAD's also been hacked by he. Come on, where's that sauce? He's a computer experiment gremlin, isn't he? Computer experiment gremlin. That's it. He's so smart. I'll follow he from now on as well. My rice cooker broke. That must be the work of he. Great. In order to overthrow USA imperialism, he caused the 3 Mile Island nuclear reactor to go haywire back in 1979. They're making up bullshit now. Unless actually real. We don't know. Now that's fucking stupid. Yeah. Teacher, there's an idiot in the classroom. It's just an idiot misunderstanding. Ignore it. He really uses godlike powers. It's not impossible. Then was Chernobyl also his doing? No one's here. So sad. In short, he's a deus ex machina. Mikhail, is that you? When something uncontrollable happens, he appears and just calms things down. Just delete from the existence. The guy gathers the information, bubbling to the surface like a sludge. I think like, so, this is Eresh, I think. Right? I think, talking here. Wait. I think it's, I think it might be Eresh, because Eresh was the one that was like searching for him. So she's gathering information and stuff. Yeah. Like a crow gathering scraps of metal and glass. Yeah. Change appearance. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, we see most people having the same appearance inside the Babylon and the cyberspace as they have like in real space. But as we know, like, the handle doesn't have to look the same. Okay. The guy forever continues to pick them up. I am right here. And again, blue. It's really suggesting Hinata. What the hell? What? Why? There's no... like... It's just searching for Hinata, but at the same time, how does it make sense? Okay. Back to Eresh again. So I search for that boy in the sea of the net.
だからかつて少年が示した技術を私は身につけることにした。あのロザリオに全て書かれていた。私はそれらを砂地に水が染み込むように覚えることができた。そして私は知った。私もまた少年と同じイマジナリチルドレンだと。互いに惹かれ合ったのはきっと二人とも同じように異端の存在だったから。 泳ぎを覚えた私は人魚のように再びネットの海に飛び込んだ。少年がいた痕跡は至るところに。
Yeah. Why he got why his consciousness or like why his handle got fragmented, but basically that's my question. I mean, like we know that he got fragmented later again by Ashur, by the Ashur monster. But how is that he got fragmented before? Like, what made him to scatter through the net? Exarch, acts of hacking, trial of Savior, Isaiah, Tessa, okay. Trial. Test subject. So wait, so I was right about someone being a like human test subject or something? And experimental? Savior Isaiah. So we are not searching... So she mean Isaiah? That's what who she's searching for? Why it's a blue eye though, then? It's just Isaiah using the same pronouns? Because the color just indicates the pronouns they use, right? For the eye. Because each of the characters is using different pronouns. Maybe it's just a coincidence. And just like, fucking up with me. Yeah. So she was searching for Isaiah. So Isaiah is the original he? So Isaiah consciousness is basically he. So Isaiah is possessing Hinata? Basically later on? Is that what's happening here? Also, what kind of experiment was made on him then?
手に入る情報は皆確信に迫った瞬間、まるで目の前で扉を閉ざされたようにアクセスできなくなる。確かなことは最後に会ってしばらくしたある日を境に少年の存在を確認できなくなる。
At last they saw him, the boy's existence could no longer be confirmed.
あなたは
Did they whatever experiments they did on Isaiah fragmented his like soul, let's say, and turned it into data into the net, and they lost him? Like, it's like Isaiah body dead basically? Or Isaiah is like sleeping in the pod or something, just like Mutsuki. Isaiah, accident, lost, responsible party, accident, test subject, accident occurred while connected. Okay.
情報のパズルを読み解けば少年が何らかの事故に遭ったことは間違いない。そして治療を受けた痕跡はない。
So this accident is basically the same thing. So that was actually that laboratory probably where Yumi and Sami's father died. So Yumi and Sami's father been a part of the team that experimented on Isaiah for whatever reasons? Why they experimented on some random kid? Like, I mean, okay, imaginary children must have come at some point, basically, right? So the only like thing, like I can think of just like one thing, I guess. Why would someone like make some experiments basically on Isaiah if he was like IC just like Eresh? Like, we don't know when the IC basically started to appear, right? So it's kind of similar to like, what if like, I don't know, like superpowers suddenly showed up, right? Like, I guess like the first person who would like get superpowers would be like experimented on to see like why you have this power and stuff like this. So maybe that's what happened to Isaiah. Maybe Isaiah showed like extremely high affinity with the net or something. He was like skillful and at hacking, like more than anyone else, and felt detached from the world and stuff like this, and maybe that's why he was experimented on or something? I don't know.
つまり彼は
He died. Yeah, okay, so this is basically confirmation. So Isaiah is he. Okay, that's some drop that we didn't expect it at all so far. We really like... First we thought like it's Hinata, then we thought it's like he from the past that possessing Hinata, and now we have basically confirmation that some guy called Isaiah was the original he.
心の片隅では少年の死を認めながらも 私はネットに潜って彼を探し続けた。私はここにいるよ。あなたはどこにいるの？
So these messages were never really for Hinata, they were for him. For Isaiah.
少年、
Hinata is insignificant in this, probably. I mean, not insignificant totally, because, like, he's being possessed and abused and stuff, but... There's, like, the main factor is Isaiah consciousness. I continue to call out to him over and over. I got no response from that boy.
私は少年を心から信じることができなかった。だから少年は死んでしまった。私が
Why you say you would kill him?
殺した。その死は私の肉体に染み込み、私自身となった。あるいは少年が死んだ時、私はすでに死んでいる。だから死ぬことができない。死んでいるがゆえに永遠に生きなければならない。
So you're already a program? Your body is dead, basically? That's what you mean? You are shadow already? But the shadow system was implemented later, right? Huh.
だから私はいつしか冥府の女王エレシキガルを名乗るようになった。
Yeah. That was probably supposed to be the reveal that it's Eresh talking.
ディルムンと名乗っていた。
Missing in action, okay. This boy called himself a Dilmun. Wait, Dilmun is that Utopia, the paradise. Interesting!
バビロニア神話に登場する理想郷。いわばエデンの別名。獅子は鹿と共に住み、しかも鹿を食らわなかった。たとえそこがどこだろうと、彼が存在する場所が。
What he is my Eden. Okay.
でもある日突然、少年はいなくなってしまった。そして同時に、楽園もまた崩壊した。あの日くれた。ロザリオだけを残して。
何事だ。
Oh! 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 Is that the CG that flashed last time? So this is Isaiah, I guess? Like he's on some chair. You have blonde hair, okay. Huh.
その
Prophet Isaiah.
突然倒れて
Okay.
呼吸なし、心臓も停止。
大脳が完全に焼き切れ
Oh.
まるで電気椅子にかけられた死刑囚だ。
Damn.
なぜこんなことが。生体電脳に過電流が流れたのか。
It's organic by a computer.
そんなはずはない。直前まで正常に作動していた。
Okay. All current flowing through his organic biocomputer. Shouldn't it be possible it was operating normally before we began? Wait. Was that... So, maybe not because he was IC. Maybe he was like one of the first to get biocomputer like surgery and they were testing biocomputers.
調整の不具合か。
ありえないとまでは言えないな。ひょっとしたら自殺か。
That's what I thought as well. Like, it was like operating normally before they began, and then suddenly... I mean, if he's the IC, then he probably would like to escape reality, so maybe he actually uploaded his consciousness to the net and killed his body. To escape. Like, that's crazy move. You know? Escape to the net.
自殺ならこんなややこしい方法を取らなくてもいつでもできた。これは事故だ。
この責任を問われたらどうすれば。
何らかの形で処罰はされるだろうな。不測の事態というのまではできるだろうな。死ぬ時まで面倒をかけ
Make a good escape. Yeah.
まったく厄介なこと。
Okay. That's crazy way to escape. Holy shit. But hey, he lives to get it forever, it seems. Yeah, like he's a legend. He lost his memories though. He got fragmented through the net. So it was not perfect. So he did it by himself. And something went wrong. Oh! Oh! Yo! We got more of Isaiah. Yo! Okay, we get actually full backstory here. Okay, the beginnings of Isaiah. Let's see. That was called something about prison. Prison camp. Okay. Oh wait, they said that... Oh, he called himself Dilmun or whatever, right? And in one of the previous scenes, they said that there was this hacker called Dilmun before. Oh, they talked about Isaiah. Oh! Oh, okay. Now when they're mentioning here this, under arrest of charges of illegal hacking and larceny. Oh. Okay. Oh, and it's blue actually. So Isaiah is using the same pronouns as Hinata basically, so they're just fucking with me. Okay. The cracking I commit in order for me to reunite with the girl I met that day is our Nami. Nami! Got the attention of the Exarch and the authorities. Wait. Is Nami the real name of Eresh? Is that what's happening here? So he met with Eresh before and he was searching for her. Does Eresh, like Eresh Kigel even remember that she met with Isaiah before he became the, like, human experiment basically? Because she said like she was like meeting with him at 15 minutes every 2 weeks. But never said anything about before. Okay, we'll just like go back in time, I guess, and we'll see, but... Okay. And got the attention of the Exarch and authorities. Normally I wouldn't be so incompetent as to be detected, but I wanted to see her. Because that wholehearted desire was the only thing that mobilized me. I was negligent to concealing defending myself. That screw up was the reason I got caught. Okay. My pride and honor as a hacker, I've sworn never speak a lie. Though I can't speak in nature, so I can only express it in writing. He asked this. I don't understand why you don't understand. Reality has simply never felt real to me. The letters, in other words, communication with other people via email and chats through the networks, I was finally able to ascertain my existence. The only thing that felt like it was reality, no, felt even more real than that was Nami. Okay? I just wanted to see Nami. I would do anything for that purpose. If I could see her again, then I didn't care about what price I had to pay. Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's her. Okay, you finally reunited in the courtroom, it seems. It's ironic that we'd reunite in a place like this, but even so, I'm glad to see her again. I would guess that she doesn't remember him at this point. Never mind. Yeah, so I was right. Nami is Eresh. Okay. Now we got all the names, I think. Okay. So she confirms basically that she's not being stalked. Like, it's not a stalker situation, they actually just wanted to meet. Okay. I'm also glad I could find you.
美しい物語ですな。だが、ネットワークを私的に乱用したことは公共のさらに何よりエクサーク社に対する度重なるクラッキング行為は
Yeah, cracking to Exarch is kinda bad. It certainly might be a crime to have created a fictional project and use it to appropriate phones. Yeah, I guess like he found the secrets. But information should be not monopolized by one group. It should be equally shared with everyone. But they couldn't accept my opinion. On the contrary, they brought my mental state into question, and I even had to receive the specialist expert opinion on the matter. Finally, the results of the examinations were: although the defendant had been observed to have symptoms that closely resembled traditional mental disorders, he also been observed to have many of the completely different nature. Or perhaps it shouldn't be called a mental disorder in the strict definition of one. One could understand the meaning of this correctly. In the courtroom, they saw the testimony of the psychiatrist that had given this expert opinion.
現実からの乖離を代償にしてコンピューターネットワークに適合しています。つまり基盤に置く世界自体が
Yeah.
通常とは異なるわけです。
具体的に述べてください。
つまり精神疾患ではなくネットワーク
Oh!
した社会に最適化された新人類とでも言いましょう。
Wait, so my idea was correct. So he was actually told to be like the first IC, I guess. Like, it seems like they never saw something like that before. That's why he was experimented on, just because he was IC. Huh. Okay. What kind of experiments did they do? I mean, they were like connecting him to the net or something, I guess. Like, what they tried to do with him? Did they like try to turn him into a computer or something? Like a server? Something like what Musk is doing, kinda? Hmm.
私はこれをイマジナリー・チルドレン
Okay.
仮想世界の子供と名付けました。
As a result, I was put under strict surveillance. They claimed it was in order to make me adjust to society to atone for my crime, but in reality that wasn't it. It was a measure to observe and study this newly discovered new type of creature. What's more,
確認はエクサーク社のメインサーバーに侵入したのみならず、情報を改変して
that's a bullshit.
の計画を作り上げ、
Yeah, they just say that
したのであります。
alternate information created fictional project. I think this project was on your servers and you're just making a bullshit now that he made this.
奪われた予算の返還及び奪われた情報と企業イメージに対する損害賠償
Okay, so they use it to take him into custody to work for them, basically. Wow. The sum they requested was the sum that no ordinary individual could pay. In the first place, that money could be used to pay for my organic biocomputer implementation surgery. And as the results and the restitutions on top of that, that's ridiculous. So, he didn't have biocomputer in the beginning. So, they actually added biocomputer to him, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, no one is born with biocomputer yet, but I mean, at this time, when he was, like, apprehended, he was just a normal, like, hacker, basically. So they actually testing, like, his affinity via biocomputer now. Exarch was fully aware of that. They were exhorting me to repay it with not money but manual labor. As a result, I was entrusted to Exarch, who observed me 24/7, while forcing me to hack for the sake of bringing profits to their company. Okay. Even though all information on networks should be shared equally with everyone. Not to mention they were manipulating said information for the sake of profiting one company. It makes me want to vomit. I want to escape, but how? Setting aside tricking the surveillance cameras The chances of slipping past the many guards outside my room and physically escaping research is next to none. And that's when he got the idea, hey, I can just escape to the net. Okay, this is actually crazy move, holy crap. Then what if I use a network? If I use that arc I once found deep within Exarch server. Oh. While doing the work I'm being ordered to do, I secretly segmented the data related to me, apply cipher that can be undone normally to it, and store it into the long forgotten node. Oh, so you fragmented yourself on purpose, so you will not be discovered. You are slowly leaking to the net. Holy shit. This guy was insane. I mean, he's a legend, okay? For reasons. I'm allowed to go outside to meet with others once every 2 weeks for a short period of 15 minutes. That's when he was meeting with Eresh. Wow. Just like how a prisoner has the right to speak with their lawyer and family, to make the public think that they have consideration for my civil rights. I always spend that time with Nami. For all that short time we have, we just spend it holding hands in order to grant her wish. On the day where I finished making all my preparations, I hand over a data disk in the shape of the rosary to Nami. Okay. In which my entirety has been engraved into. Okay, so he literally gave his own saved data from the net to her. Okay. So he just literally just deleted himself. So he did exactly the same thing that was in Soma in the game that I sometimes mention. Like he created a copy and sent it somewhere else. So he himself died, but his copy lived on. But the copy doesn't know that he died, because the copy just preserved memories to a certain point. Like, the copy probably thinks, yeah, I escaped, everything's cool. I wonder, like, if the copy is aware that the original died. Maybe it is. Because if the copy already had the memories of, like, of this plan happening, then he knew. But it doesn't seem like that was the case. Anyway, crazy move. She will surely understand my feelings. She will use this data disk and pick me up on the arc. I believe that. Okay. But Nami's eyes welled with tears as she spoke. You're wrong, I'm not leaving. I will transfer my soul into the net, and this time I will spread all of eternity with you. I will spend all eternity with you, please understand. She continued to hold the rosary to her chest, up until I could no longer see it. Her face never cleared up. Okay. Okay, 2022. Okay, what happened in 2022? Find out. Okay. I look up at the New York City sky from my window. A full sheet of clouds covers the sky, rendering the moon and stars invisible. Okay, whose perspective are we now talking about? Because now blue eye means either Isaiah or Hinata. But the round moon is reflected of my eyes via my biocomputer. It's an image looking up from the bottom of space. The moon was red like blood, a total lunar eclipse. Okay. This is the eclipse before the eclipses that we talked about before. This is the new one. This is 2022, right? Or 32. Wait, what? Which one? What date? 22. Yeah. The 3 eclipses that we had later was like 32.
最高にクールな瞬間じゃないか。
Okay, so this is actually Isaiah perspective now. Okay. Only from my computer I can see the world clearly. If I'd seen with my naked eye, I might not have felt moved. Yeah. When I think that, I laugh. It seems something very interesting is going to happen. Yeah, and like lunar eclipse in this game usually means some crazy shit. Curious, I ran through the computer network. Okay. By chance, I hear a voice full of loneliness and pain at the Japanese hospital. I only stopped by to use a foothold. Oh, this is where... So, this is where Isaiah / he meeting with Yumi. When Yumi was unconscious, right? She resembles Nami, the girl I'm looking for. I think that can stand still. Yeah, okay. Yumi's right here. It's coming from a girl in the ICU with a simple biocomputer. It's not impossible for her to recover, but it's still quite serious. Why isn't the girl's father here in a situation like this? I opened the girl's medical chart. Shinzuka Mayumi, father Shinzuka Takuya, member of executive development team. Oof. Yeah, the people who experimented on you, huh? Or like, maybe not experimented, but used you, basically. If it's exact, then the backdoor I created when I assembled that fictional budget a while back should still be available. Okay. Shinsuke Takuya, he's been transferred to the next-gen computer development division in the USA as its leader. External access is forbidden in order to protect highly classified information. That makes me furious. No information should be restricted. In the first place, with this, there's no way he can come, let alone even be informed. There's a secret communication line from XR HQ main server. Oh. I turn towards what should be their HQ host server and find a protective wall. What's this? I input a passcode intended for the staff use. Okay. I gain control of the main server of the certain lab in San Francisco. I record Mayumi's voice and send it as the voicemail to the computer terminal. Like, okay, he is just... Ah. Oh, that's Mayumi father. Okay, I did not expect that. I thought like I was going to see someone more like Hinata father or Sakuya father. That's so different than I imagined. The man, Shinzuka Takuya's face goes pale as he links his biocomputer to the terminal and tries to access the outside world. The router isolates access to the outside world and overrides the man's transmission. Not on my watch. I cut off the router filtering function via external line. I connect the terminal to the hospital network. Then I create routes to his daughter's biocomputer. He is a legend. Jesus. Like, we knew that this guy is insane, but like seriously, like what he's doing is just... Huh? This is... It can't be. Oh?
Mayumi!
I've successfully reunited father and daughter. Why this is the wiki? Wait, what? In San Francisco, where Dr. Shinzuka was, it was May 15th, 2022 AD, 8:11 PM. In Japan, where Mayumi was, it was May 16th, 1:11 PM. In the New York City, where Isaiah was, it was May 15th, 11 PM. Why this is in the wiki? I'm going to get paranoid for this. So every date was like 11 minutes. Isn't this the same? Wait. During the other roads, when like we were like playing during like the lunar eclipse and stuff, that was 4:11. Everything is about like 11 minutes. So in Japan it was 1st PM, 8 PM, 7 hours, and that was 11 PM. And in Japan it was like a day later. So this is still like where Isaiah was, so it's still before... I mean, yeah, because we're going back in time. It's still before he fragmented himself, right? Yeah. Was it like the last time he actually helped someone while having still a body? Like he fried his brain after this? Or something? So, wait. Because that would mean that he already gave his data to Eresh. So the copy does not remember that he helped Yumi before. But Yumi would remember this. Oh, that's where we're lacking the, like, memories from his perspective.
ありがとう。誰かは知らないが、君には返しきれないくらいの借り。
I hear the message, but barely. I configure the circuit in order to keep maintaining it, and erase all traces of my intrusion. I leave the server. I feel frightened from the bottom of my heart.
ここに連れてきてくれたのは誰なんだろうな。彼は誰？
Who is he? That's the legend of he. Who is he? I can't restrain the many emotions that have wrapped up my heart. Joy, uneasiness, surprise, bewilderment, relief, and the bottomless fear. Even though I did it to save the girl's life, I didn't do it to grant the wish of the man who was a stranger to me. I desire no reward whatsoever from the father, for the hacker's creed dictates that information must be free. No, but if I limit it to this incident, that might not be the right expression. To tell the truth, what I found was way too much. It was unbelievable news. When I accessed the man's organic biocomputer, unbelievable information that I would never have obtained elsewhere flowed on into me. Okay, so what does this guy know? A quantum computer, transcendental technology, that's what's to still be impossible to implement. Okay, so Mayumi father was the one that actually managed to figure out how to create a quantum computer. Okay. Exar have already gotten to the stage where they've nearly completed it. This code name is X-Arc, okay. This is wiki? Oh, X-Arc, yeah, okay. In other words, a sacred holy arc that will be granted only to limited race of people. Or is it an arc that can be used to escape an unprecedented menace? My spine feels cold, as if I had a high fever. The sound of my intense heartbeat echoes even in my head. My whole body shivers and sweat pours endlessly. On top of that, I feel uncomfortable nausea. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. My survival instincts are ringing, telling me that you should never have touched this. Okay, interesting. The one in charge of development, Shinizuka Takuya, must also be resigned to his own death. Okay. I need to keep what I know a secret. If it gets out, then I might as well consider my life forfeit. What? But the man who's a hacker feels anger at the Exarch attitude of monopolizing information and is telling me to leak it to the public. If this information is made public, then the development staff and I will die. But if it's not, then all of humanity will be under the threat of the world domination by Exarch. Huh. So... yeah, every person who knew about biocomputer got killed. That was the accident that Mayumi father died in. So everyone in this facility were like involved in the quantum computer. They made it and then they just deleted these guys. Oh. Okay. They keep it a secret or go public. Both are right and both are wrong. Finally, after hesitating for a long time, I secretly access Shinizuka Takuya's organic biocomputer and plant a worm in it. Oh? Once his biocomputer links with the quantum computer, the worm will secretly create an account I've set up. Oh? Okay. Also, the worm will repeatedly self-propagate and probably begin to duplicate itself into the biocomputers of all the development staff members. Okay. I re-access the lab systems in order to skip the procedure of getting there via Exarch main server. I install a backdoor. If that all goes successfully, then I can go to the Ark whenever I please. To the origin of all people. Okay. He put a virus in Marduk the First. Via other researchers, and he infected other researchers as well. With a sudden feeling that someone is looking at me over my shoulder, I turn around, but no one's there. What was the title of this? Inspire. Was that my imagination? Jeez, I've been acting weird recently. All I can think is that girl. I lie on my bed and look up at the ceiling. Even though just being on the net has been enough to satisfy me up until now, why isn't it anymore? When I think about that girl, my heartbeat rises and the amount of blood flowing to my face grows. No matter how much light I add to this world without her in it, it remains dark and lonely. Yeah, so this is, again, like, time skip back. This is before... I mean, this is before, like, he was, like, searching for Eresh, basically, right, in the net. He's, like, not under Exarch manual labor thing. That's before he got arrested. Only being able to think about one person this much, is this not what they call being lovesick? In other words, it was love at the first sight. I want to see her once more, even if it's just a glimpse. There's uncomfortable desire to see her again. I can clearly remember her image, her voice, and the feeling of her hands. But they are just records in my brain. To use a network and look it up requires converting all that to electronic data. I'd heard it was possible if you receive organic biocomputer surgery, but to actually get it done costs way too much money. Yeah, like I said, like he didn't have a biocomputer before, and exactly just they made it, so they could force him to hack for them. Crazy move. That's right, if I don't have money, why not just take some from certain people? Okay, yeah. That's when he got caught. My target was Exarch, a corporate giant centered around network administration that had expanded to several kinds of businesses. They were loaded with cash. Via telecommunication satellite and multiple proxies, I started an attack on Exarch servers. Because the attack via satellite had a large lag, I had to anticipate dozens of defense methods. I emitted spyware and deployed intercept programs. Immediately after that, they sent a probe, but they fell for the intercept software false information and couldn't identify the server. Did they sense me? But the spyware returns faster. I immediately discard the proxies and cut off the pursuit. Exarch server once again from another road. I input the ID retrieved by the spyware. Okay. Accepted. I successfully cracked into Exarch core. Then I created a fictional project, a new communication system. Wait, so he did actually made some fictional project. Okay. Okay. So they actually were saying truth in the court there. Okay. I proceed to digits of digital money added to budget the project and had the whole sum allocated to my bank account. Oh, okay. Furthermore, I created a fake account book and hid the amount as having been previously transferred to my account at a prior date. I disconnect from the server. For the sake of uniting with the girl, I would take whatever means necessary. I didn't even care if I had to throw away my pride as a hacker that I'd adhered to so much and degraded myself to a cracker. So, okay, so one moment. I will go to the, like, being, fragmented data for a second. So, original he is Isaiah. And the reason why he is in Hinata is because his data merged at least partially with Hinata. Like Hinata being in the cyberspace, because Hinata have biocomputer now as well, right? After the attack with Emil and stuff, so he got fixed. And he was searching for Eresh. I don't know why. Okay, so he probably thought that Eresh is in the real space. That's why he couldn't find her. I think that's what he thought. That's why he told to Hinata, hey, I will give you power if you give me what I need. Like, so he needed basically the body that is in the real space in order to find Eresh. That's why he merged with Hinata data. And at the same time, Eresh data got also merged. No, not Eresh. Ishtar data got merged with Yumi. The same way, because Ishtar was searching for Eresh, right? And she thought that Eresh is in different space, so she merged with Yumi because of that. Or something like that. But yeah, seems like they just like merged data with each other in the roads. But the blue eye is basically like yeah, mostly, unless they are like actually converged together. Anyway, random blabbing. Let's go. Because that girl is more important to me than anything else. I received surgery for my organic biocomputer from the back alley doctor I requested, but it turned out much more compatible with me than I thought. There's been almost no organ rejection, so to speak. Wait, so he got actually the biocomputer before. Okay, so it's not like okay, so Exarch just yeah. Okay, I get this now. Okay, yeah, I maybe didn't pay attention about the trial, but now it's okay. So he basically stole the money to make a biocomputer for himself, and Exarch just used like yeah, he stole the money, so we make him work to like pay for this biocomputer. It's not like they installed it. Okay, my bad. And also, like, seems like he met with Nergal. Unless it's another back alley doctor and this is just the background for whatever reasons. I wonder if Eresh is still is here already or not. Though. She shouldn't be, right? Yeah, because she was meeting with him after he got imprisoned and stuff. Yeah, she's not there yet. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Things are progressing favorably. I connect to the node. I can feel the network more clearly than I've ever been able to before. It feels like I can touch data with my own hands. I distinctly recall your face, voice, and the feel of your hands one by one and convert them to data. You were surprised as you didn't realize I was there. I remember your slender fingers. When I held your palm, it was slightly damp with sweat.
ごめんなさい、大丈夫。悪気はなかったんだ。ちょっとよそ見をしてて。
You sweetly smiled at me. I clearly remembered you as you were back then. Just by doing that, my heart beats like an alarm bell, feeling like it could burst open at any moment. That's right. I've loved you this much from the moment we met. See, this is like another Rumineko. Without love, it cannot be seen. Like, all of this was just because of love. Like, Ia would not exist without love. See? It's a love story. I would have thought. I start searching all over the net. With the girl's reconstructed data. Izawa Nami? Nami, such a nice ring to it. Stations, airports, harbors, highways, shops, while occasionally breaking through securities. I retrieve data from surveillance cameras located in all sorts of places. Matching. I'm just seeking your form.
君はどこにいるの？僕はここにいるよ。
We meet in the New York City, but you're no longer there. Where did you go? We met. USA, Australia, India. What? Jesus, he's searching everywhere. I sporadically wander all over the world, following your footsteps. Will I catch up to you someday? I continued this for a while one day as I was viewing images from all over the world. When is this message image from? And where is it? It's in Tokyo and the date was today.
僕はここにいるよ。君はそこにいたんだね。
Okay.
あなたはそこにいたの？私は
They sent the same message. Okay. Oh, Ashur?
だから僕は彼女に会って謝りたい。あの頃の僕は無分別で、ただナブーやエクサークの言うことを聞くだけのロボットだった。
Okay, when in the timeline are we now? I don't think we went back now. It seems more like we are more in forward this time.
だけど今は違う。僕には彼女しかいない。今の君ならわかるだろう。いや、預言者イザヤと呼ばれた男よ。
Okay. What? I was just a thoughtless robot that did whatever Nabu and Exar told me to. Yeah, you don't like Nabu, it seems. Now it's different, I only have hair. The current, you can understand that, right? No, the man who once was called the Prophet Isaiah. Why Isaiah is talking about... Okay, what? Whose perspective? What? What the fuck are you doing with this writing? Who is speaking now? Why are you doing question marks? This first part seems like it's Isaiah talking, and here it's like... I don't know who. Hinata? I don't know. What? Isaiah, I remember. That was the name Exar gave me when they caught me and treated me cruelly. Okay. So, you don't consider yourself as the Isaiah or he? Because they couldn't you... What the fuck? Who are you to know that name? But I know you. That's right, you are... What? Help. Send help. The other quantum computer that was built by using the prototype quantum computer Marduk as the base, and the latter attacked the very same Marduk. But Ashur is showing gratitude from the bottom of his heart. Do machines have hearts? Near Automata stuff. Anyone played? Let me know in the comments. Quantum type computers operate the same way as human brains. So it really isn't strange at all for them to generate hearts.
シュール。もしかしてこのことすべては君が仕掛けたものなの？どうだろう。君がマルドゥークにバックドアを仕掛けたあの瞬間からすべては始まったのかもしれない。
I'm so fucking confused now. So in the beginning, wait, so that was Isaiah talking. No, wait, that was Ashur. Wait, that is Ashur talking to Isaiah. Wait, what? I was thoughtless robot. Oh, I was a thoughtless robot. Like, I was just a computer that did what Nabu and Exarch told me to. Oh. So we are in the timeline when Ashur been already created. Now it's different. I only have her. I assume he's talking about Marduk because he wanted to meet with Marduk. But ultimately he attacked her for reasons I don't remember. Current, you can understand that, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, now this makes more sense, I guess. But this is also interesting that Ashur have the same pronouns as Hinata and bro, Isaiah. God damn it. I mean, yeah, we had this before when we had to talk with Ashur before. Yeah, I guess. This is just confusing at this point, the color thing. I wonder about that. Everything might have begun the moment you planted the backdoor in Marduk. Yeah, the worm thing. The backdoor planted in Marduk. It was a fortunate miscalculation that it would be handed over as the feature and also end up being planted into Ashur as well. Oh, okay.
でもそれはエクサークが量子コンピューターを開発していなければ起こらなかったわけで。
So Isaiah have access to both Marduk and Ashur whenever he wants.
そもそもなぜ人類はこの時期僕らの母体となる量子コンピュータなんていう筐体を開発できたのかな。そんな技術は揃っていたのだろうか。
Okay.
何が言いたい？エクサーク自身何者かによって量子コンピューター、つまり僕たちを作るべく仕組まれたのかもしれない。機械知性が神秘主義者だとは思わなかった。神秘とは何だろう。僕はマイナの美を量子論で思考する。古典力学が支配する君たち。でも僕らにとって量子力学の世界こそが脅威でしかない。君たちは古典物理世界のデバイスを使って量子世界に干渉をかけた。その結果、僕たちが生まれてきた。今度は君たちが現実世界に干渉する番。そういうことなんだな。そうかもしれない。でも僕がしたいことは
Apologize. He regrets his past sin. He wants to apologize to her, to throw everything aside and beg for forgiveness. As far as I know, that's the same as the most noble human emotion. Ashur's emotion began to soak into my heart as if he and I are the same being. And that's right, I myself have done something horrible. I chose by myself, on my own accord, to remain in cyberspace. Even though I told her I'd always be by her side, I couldn't even comfort her. Yeah, but at some point you will merge with Hinata, it seems. So you will be able to, like... You will try to find Eresh, basically, in the... Nami, actually, in the first... in the real space. Meanwhile, she's been looking for me the whole time and continued to wander endlessly as she wore herself down, without even resenting me. Damn, I'm the worst kind of man there is. If, like... Ashur was searching for Marduk, because I assume that's what he was doing. Why he attacked her? I don't remember the concept. Arrangement, okay. Why Ashur sent his, like... attack worm? And then he protected Marduk and Mutski. In the USA, there was a girl who was born unable to see light, but it said she could see colors. Each person had their own color. Okay, so this is way back. Holy crap. She saw the world with those colors. There was a boy born unable to speak. Okay. So this is like when they actually met in the beginning. He communicated via the alphabet. He was finally able to communicate with others via letters, emails and chats. There's nothing real in this world. I don't exist here. The boy who wrote that had a specialty, hacking. He distinguished himself at the age of 10 as a brilliant hacker named Dilmun and became world famous. Okay. On a very clear day, I wore a shirt as white as clouds and wandered the streets of the New York City. I felt no sense of reality from the hard stone streets or the various people walking around me, as if I were looking at them from the other side of the thin membrane. To see if there was something that would make me feel even slightly real, I looked all over the place. But everything was flimsy, and I even got deluded to the point where it felt like I was walking in a shadows picture. Even though everything I've touched feels so real when I'm not on the net. And then, when I was looking aside, it happened. Okay. Before my eyes, a girl in the black clothes falls over. Yeah, like Eresh said before, that Ishtar wearing similar things that she was before. She's like her. My eyes become transfixed on the girl because she's the only one that exists there in this flimsy city. I want to say, are you right? But I can't talk. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my computer, let alone any pad or paper. Not even if I did have... No, even if I did have them, they probably wouldn't work. Followed by the girl's side is the white cane, the kind that blind people use. The girl is feeling around her surroundings with her hands right now, looking like she could burst into tears at any moment. She's looking for her cane. I pick it up and grasp her hand. Her eyes widen as she restlessly looks around her surroundings, as if she's looking for the one who gave her back her cane, not realizing it was me. Before long, the girl looks towards me. She stares towards me with those curious eyes that shouldn't be able to see anything, as if she finds it strange that I'm here. I take her left hand and slowly pulls her up. Her fingers are delicate and slender, while her palm is soft and warm. If I use too much power, I will hurt her. I carefully help the girl slowly stand up. I imbue those actions with the thought that says, I'm very sorry, are you okay? The girl smiles softly and nods as if she can hear my mind's voice. That's insane, so... She could talk to her via Aurora that he had, the aura that she could like read from him. Yo! No wonder like he fall in love with her. Like this is the first person that he can speak to without like using computer or anything. And also, yeah, now when I think about this, how would they communicate anyway otherwise? If she's blind and he's mute, like even if he writes something or send email or anything, like she wouldn't be able to read this. I never considered that before this. What the fuck? Yeah, like why I never thought like how the fuck are we even able to communicate? Yeah. Okay. That's how. And she can speak obviously, so can hear. Our voices pass onto each other through each other's skin. The guy who appeared in the shadow picture city listens to my mind's voice and speaks to my mind. I reply in response, her accepting my apology, and thank the fact that a miracle like her actually exists. My heart suddenly pounds. Okay. The girl looks at me with her blue transparent eyes. I also look at her as if she's attracted. She's attracted to me once again. So this is Isaiah and Nami. And in the background there's Ashur. Something wells up within my body and begins to fill my heart. It's a restless, happy feeling. Okay, so basically we are saying that he's aware that he's traveling back in time and this is a memory. Yeah, it's like third person is talking about this. Like, that was the first time I fell in love with you. Yeah, yeah, okay.
この時
Okay.
私はあなたに恋をした。
It was when Nami and I met. Yeah. And say this with my mind.
今までごめんね。
Okay. I'm sorry for everything. She replies within her heart.
いいの。私もあなたの悲しみが分かったから。だからもう私とあなたは永遠の時で結ばれている。
We have two voices converging into one. Two female voices. I understand your sadness. That's why you and I will now be bound for all of eternity. Whose voice is the second voice?
永遠の時
今までごめんね。今までごめんね。
Oh, so this also was double voice. I didn't just heard that.
今までごめんね。
So, are they saying something like... Okay, so some like total like random bullshit now, but something like Hinata is basically like reincarnation or something of Izaya, and Mutsuki is like reincarnation of Eresh or something. Because the second voice here
私もあなたの悲しみが
sounds like Mutsuki.
だからもう私とあなたは
Did they do like avatar cycle here? And so the two reunited. Oh, okay, that was the end. So we reached the. Wait, I just realized like both endings here, the Prime Road. Oh, okay. The Prime Road, because this Prime Road is called Prime Road like past or something, right? So we travel into the past and our ending is at the beginning of the past. Huh. That's interesting, like, way of, like, doing things here. At peace with you. Okay. I assume this is just a last cluster of this road, I think, because we just had the opening playing, or, like, ending, actually. So let's continue. For the argument's sake, let's say there was a being that lived forever. When that being recalled its past experiences, couldn't it be possible for it to think that time was going backwards? If reflections, recollections, reminiscences were personal experiences that had the same strength as reality, then that past would steadily produce the future, with no changes whatsoever. Okay. Then at that time, the past will become the eternal future. Okay, and... Oh, wait, what? Ereshkigal Nami took Mutsuki's place in offering her own body to Enigma. Asher and Marduk reconciled through her. Wait, so... That's why we had like this like weird future in the like C Prime. When it felt like Mutsuki was saved already, right? And he left Hinata. Remember that? There was something like that. So they really saved Mutsuki. But Eresh took a place in the Enigma. What? Ashur and Marduk reconciled through her. Those artificial intelligence take possession of Exarch in the blink of an eye and vow to create their own paradise. No matter where it is, it's the place where you, my beloved, are. Why? I don't remember exactly, like, Ashur Marduk thing, like, why he attacked her. I know, like, he wanted to meet her. I don't remember why, though. You can remind me in the comments. And why Nami had to take place of Mutsuki to make that happen. Oh, I guess because Mutsuki was, like, protecting Marduk from Ashur as well. Because she was protecting her, right? And Ashur seems to be like... Because Ashur and the first Marduk and then Ashur were infected by the backdoor, by He, right? By Isaiah. So Isaiah consciousness resides within Ashur, just like he resides within Hinata, because partial of his data got merged to Hinata. His data was also merged with Ashur, I assume. So Eresh is forever now dreaming in the Enigma, so she's forever in the cyberspace. He is forever in cyberspace, so he is like together with Eresh. They found each other. And at the same time, there's nothing to block Ashur from meeting Marduk. So they meet as well. Something like that? I'm so confused. That's Eden. The sky is clear and blue as far as the eye can see, and the water is also clear and flows tranquilly. The green grass is soft and the trees stretch tall. The birds are singing, and the lions and deer are resting on the earth together. And by my side is you, Nami. Oh, this is... Oh, updated! Whoa, okay! Boku, used by Aoi Hinata, Izanagi, and Ashur. Atashi. Asuki Akari. Shinsekai Mayumi, Akari persona Iana. Yumi, used by Shinsekai Mayumi. Ore, used by He. Watashi, used by Eresh, Kigal, Mutsuki, Marduk, Mayumi, very rarely. And possibly another. Okay. You let out a small yawn. The soft rays of the sun might be inviting you to sleep. Oh, this is... Wow, this is like a reflection of the previous CG. Nami lies down on the futon of grass. Yeah, like last time we saw Eresh having like him on her lap. Now it's the opposite. I sit down on that my legs can become a pillow for you. So, yeah, okay. Nami rests her head on that pillow while giving me an embarrassed smile. Your smile makes me happy, causing me to smile as well. When I smile, you also smile happily. Nami closes her eyes. I gently place my hand on her cheek. You are tired from your long, endless journey, aren't you? So sleep peacefully now, because I will always be right here by your side. The warm wind engulfs us, as if the world were blessing the two of us. Oh. Abrupt end. Okay. Okay, let's see. Prime Road Future Chapter. We just had past chapter. Oh, now we are going to see... What? I don't know what changed. So now we have... So we had like the past, yeah? So I guess now we are going to have like Hinata and Yumi perspectives for the future. New roads added to logout. Okay, so we go logout and we are going to have probably Hinata and Yumi. Or Ishtar. Actually Yumi. Actually... we'll see. Whoa, I think like this just got filled up. We almost got everything. Oh. Shinsuka Sister's special telephone card. Okay. Yes, I want to save. That was like actually very cool ending. Huh. So ultimately they managed to save Mutsuki. And everyone got actually a good ending. I think. I may be wrong, but you can let me know in the comments what do you think about like this whole situation, but that was good, right? So that was road D end. D prime end. Dilmun. Okay. Let's see the CG. Actually, let's go from the beginning. Are we going to see like some new CGs here? I don't think so. No. Let's see. That was actually a CG. Okay. Yeah, we have this with Eresh, little boy. Trimaran. Fallen Soldier. So this is Isaiah. Starlight Scope. End of the War. Joker. I need some context for the Ashur attacking Marduk here. If like Ashur wanted to reconnect with Marduk and like join forces and be together, then why would he attack her? I don't remember that. Okay, we have these. So that's the new special telephone card illustration. Okay, sure. This is weird why we get them actually after this road. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for joining. I will see you in the next episode where we're going to log out once again, but this time we're going to go into, I guess, if we like C and D prime were the past, we're going to have A and B prime now. And they are going to be the future. So we are going back as the programs from the perspective of he and from perspective of Ishtar, no, perspective of Yumi to the past, right? In the previous endings. And now we are going to see the aftermath and like what happened to real space, maybe? From Hinata and Ishtar perspective. Actually, Ishtar died, didn't she? If B road is Ishtar road, how are we supposed to have B prime future? Are we going to have Yumi actually again? But we are going to see like Yumi future from Ishtar perspective? I'm so curious. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about C prime, D prime, and like all of that stuff what happened. I feel like that was a good ending. I feel like everyone got like actually what they wanted. It's still kind of confusing, but that was very good road. I really enjoyed the D prime. That was way better than the C prime. Let me know if you like the D prime more. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next one. Click that like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thanks once again, and from Pocket Watch, it's Gink out.